So once again, Hoop fans, Lori Shepard coming to you.
We're going to talk a lot about fantasy football rankings. I want to give the biggest shout out to high school sports.
Belly cut the defender, gets the ball. And it falls at the buzzer!
Maybe we would do
We're
one.
live.
And we're
Hey!
live. I love it when I'm always in the middle of a
Always.
because that's what I do.
Always.
Welcome in to another episode of Four Quarters, live on our Four Quarters Facebook page.
We
go
hope.
to Scoops Facebook page, we hope.
We hope.
And we're on YouTube as well. Welcome in. Happy holidays as we get closer and closer to the holidays. What I was saying as we went on the air is that we have the 18th next week, and then Christmas and New Year's are on Wednesdays.
Yep.
So we may have to, we'll probably take Christmas week off, but we may have to look at that following week, maybe the day after New Year's.
Yeah.
We can't go 2 weeks without talking sports.
Nope.
No way too much will have happened.
Especially this time of year.
Yeah, bowl
And
games
you
will be
know
out
what?
of control.
I don't know why it hit me like a freight train, but the fact that it's week 15 of the NFL
Right.
season,
Blows
and
your
I'm
mind.
trying to remember the season, and I can't.
No.
I mean I can and
Yep.
I can't.
Yeah, I
I'm
can.
like, well, gosh, what was happening in September? What were we talking about then? And where does the season go?
Yeah.
It should be longer, or it should start later, because it needs to go longer in winter.
I agree because like
Because
February and
we
March
need
are
it.
so boring.
We
Well, besides
need
March
it.
Madness, but
Right,
yeah.
right. So before we get to shout outs, doggy stuff, the breaking news that I just saw as I got to the studio was that Coach Bill Belichick is about this close to finalizing a deal at the University of North Carolina. No, not the basketball team, the football
Right?
team.
So crazy.
So if it comes to fruition, we're going
crazy.
from Mac Brown, who's a legend, who they disserviced him, by the way,
Yes.
to let him go. But
Yes,
anyway,
they did.
to Bill Belichick possibly taking his talents to the coaching level. Does anybody have anything to say about that without talking about his girlfriend?
Who may or may not be a student at North Carolina, we don't know.
We have to look that up.
We do. What I had heard last week is he's really hoping to kind of pave the way for one of his sons to get into the coaching ranks as well.
Oh.
So this might be better for him, better suited to start out. What kid's not going to want to go play for Bill Belichick?
Right?
I mean, seriously.
Right.
And when you're when you're on the road recruiting, whether it's him or his son, as
Yeah.
a parent, you're like, oh God, Bill Belichick could be coming
Yeah.
to my house.
Right.
You know, and now all of a sudden North Carolina football goes from
Just a basketball
mediocrity,
school
yeah,
to
to a real solid team that is gonna attract a lot of players. So we'll
For
have
sure.
to see. But it's out there. It's
I think
on
it's
the table.
crazy. I don't know about you guys, but
I really
just
wasn't paying
cannot-
attention.
Cannot
wasn't.
picture Belichick coaching college kids. I just can't.
I can't either.
I don't know. I mean, maybe it will lighten him up a little.
You know, this off season of not doing anything, I don't watch him a ton, but he's kind of funny.
I mean, he smiled on the Peyton
Right.
Eli
Yeah.
show.
I was waiting for the girlfriend to change his hairstyle.
Yeah.
I mean,
But-
how much can you do?
But when you get older, there's only so much you can do. Trust me. You're just lucky to have your hair stay
Right.
around a little bit. Now, I'm just digressing big time. CB, let's throw it your way. Let's stop talking about Bill Belichick and let's talk about dogs.
I love it. Let's do it.
All right.
All right. So, pick of the week this week is Louise. She's 9-year-old.
Louise?
Louise.
I love
yeah,
that name.
she's 9 years old. She's a Madagascar. She's an international player from Kabul, Afghanistan. So she had a rough start, but she's wanting to find her home team.
Oh my God.
She's good with other dogs. She's house and crate trained. And she's a cuddly, lovely pup. So, and her ears, guys, are adorable. So, if you're interested in Louise, she's Team Golden Hugs. Go check her out.
I'm going to have to check. I haven't gone on their website in a while.
Yeah.
I have been listening to our friend Kate Gaylord talk about her dog.
Oh, yeah, how's that going?
Nora.
Oh, yeah.
Really well. Got a video. I should have put the video. We should have downloaded it maybe next week. When Ellie or Nora got off the transport and just excited as all could be.
so cute.
The boys were excited. My favorite video, though, is her getting back to their house and Sasha the cat whacking her a couple times. It was a boom, boom, boom.
I love that.
And Nora backed away and then went back in for more boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, oh my God. I mean, it wasn't the boys that were
Right.
terrorizing her, it was the cat. But then the next day, it shows them kind of laying together. And then
It's
it
like
shows
my
them
dream.
playing in the snow outside as well.
The cat too?
The cat, too.
Man.
But I love that. That's such a typical like cat dog
Oh,
interaction.
sure.
Like cat just keeps whacking the dog,
Yeah.
and the dog is like,
This
Right,
is fun.
thinks
This
he's
is
playing.
fun.
Thinks the cat's play. Yeah.
yep,
Yep.
And the next day, you could see Nora playing with one of her dog toys, and the cat is right behind her, kind of laying on the dog bed, and you can tell the cat's staring at Nora's tail, like whacked.
I'm gonna get it.
out of that. I mean, cats are freaking funny.
Oh,
I'm
they
sorry.
are. They are.
so funny.
yep.
They have the best personalities.
The one word Kate used over the weekend was, "She's just so wiggly. I can't cuddle her. She's
Yep.
just
That's
so
Avery,
wiggly."
too.
I mean, she's a
puppy.
baby.
She's
a
a
baby.
puppy, yeah.
She's a baby.
Yep.
But
It's either
there's
100
a
miles an
feel-good
hour or
story.
0.
Right.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So hopefully we can get her to bring Nora in here. Maybe a little Avery sighting one of these times, but we would have to clear everything out. Is
Everything.
the word. But we got to bring some feel-good stories in here.
We do. Yeah.
Yep.
I still got to get the pictures of Marshall, because talk about a dog landing in well, they all land in great spots. These are
Right.
people that open their doors and open their hearts.
Yeah.
So exciting stuff, and it's got to be great for the boys too. You know, it's like Christmas early.
Oh
It's
yeah.
a puppy.
Yeah.
And they've never had they had 2 bigger dogs. I think
Right.
this is a smaller dog, but yeah, exciting times. Exciting
She's smaller
times.
so far.
Right.
Wheel, should I throw it your way?
Sure.
CB, do you want to guess what her shout out's going to be?
Oh, I knew
Well,
as soon as I
first,
saw the picture.
Since we were talking about cats and dogs.
Okay.
Right. Right.
So you were saying about how their cat,
Yep.
well, my parents and Addison have 2 cats. One is named BB and the other one's named Muffin.
BB and Muffin.
So
Love it.
BB is a black and white cat. Her name is BB because when Addie got her as a kitten, her best friend Ella got a kitten at the same time, and they named them BB Rexa.
Okay.
So Ella's
Solid.
cat's name is Rexa. So
That is.
that's why it's BB. Muffin
friendship.
is the newest addition to the family. She has 6 toes on all 4
buddy.
paws.
My sister's
Extra
cat
beans.
has
It's
that.
the
Yep.
cutest thing ever.
Extra beans.
But BB loves to bully Paisley when Paisley comes home. When Paisley goes to my parents' house.
Oh my God.
It is like literally, poor Paisley looks at me like, Mom, like, why is this cat picking on me? Like,
yeah.
BB will just sit in a chair and like hide so you can't really see her, even though she's a big cat. And Paisley will just walk by nonchalantly and BB will whack at her.
Yep.
Yep.
And poor Paisley.
Yep.
But, but there is a photo of them. They went and saw Santa.
I love that.
They're
I
so
love that.
cute.
They were wondering if they would behave. I don't know which one's on the naughty, which one's on the nice list. If you ask my mom, it's both of them. Muffin loves to play in the snow, loves it. She like chases snowflakes. It's the cutest thing ever. And BB's just kind of a, she's just kind of a cat that just kind of lays there, Addie taught Muffin how to play fetch.
Oh.
So, yeah, it's pretty damn
adorable.
cute.
God,
It's
that
pretty damn
is
cute.
awesome.
But I had to give them props for not many people take their cats to go have their picture taken with Santa.
Right.
No.
Right.
And they behaved long enough to actually get a
That's
really
a
good
great
photo.
That's a great picture.
It is a great photo. Yep.
I don't
Good
even think
pick.
we could get Paisley and Avery to sit long enough to get a picture
Right.
with Santa.
Right.
Avery would probably bite his beard or something. But,
Oh.
but yeah, kudos to Addie and my dad for getting them, able to sit there
Yes.
and get their picture taken. So
Very impressive.
yes,
Very impressive.
Very impressive. But my real shout out is clearly, if you don't know already,
Clearly.
Time Magazine announced their Athlete of the Year, not female athlete,
Athlete.
and is the one and only Caitlin Clark.
Yep.
I don't know why I'm dinging. She's gonna ding ding da da ding ding ding.
I don't think there's a more deserving person to be named Athlete of the Year than Caitlin Clark. And yes, I'm biased, but I think we all could agree
Can't argue with you.
2024 was about Caitlin Clark.
It was.
Yeah, for sure.
It had
The whole,
with
like the whole,
everything.
yeah, like the whole year.
The
It
whole
was.
year.
It
Yeah.
was.
So congratulations.
argument here.
Yeah,
No
congratulations
argument
to her.
here.
The article is great.
Yes.
You guys need to read it. It's wonderful. She's so well spoken. Always
Mm-hmm.
has been. So super excited for her.
Yep.
Very much deserved. And then just to like go off that as a numbers thing. I don't know. Did you guys collect like cards when you were kids, like baseball
yeah.
cards and
Absolutely.
whatever?
Yeah.
So Caitlin Clark's sports cards. So she has now the most expensive card in women's sport card history. It
Yep.
goes for $234,000. She's the most, besides Serena Williams has a card that goes for $266. Other than that, the next closest to Caitlin Clark is $10,800, and that's Sabrina Ionescu.
Damn.
So there is a huge
Wow.
Yep.
gap
Wow.
between Caitlin's and then the
Yep.
next closest one for a
Wow.
women's sports
Yep.
card, which just transcends
Right.
sports cards.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
collectibles. Like who would have ever thought like a WNBA player's card would be worth anything?
Exactly.
So WNBA was also the company that had the most growth this
Yes.
year.
Yep.
Yes.
What was it, like 3.6% growth
Yep.
or something like that?
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
But
Without a doubt.
I also have to give Caitlin props for the interview. I know.
You heard it here first,
I know.
people.
But she finally did the thing. She finally did the thing that I was waiting for her to do, which is let's talk about race. Because
Yep.
it's a huge factor when it comes to Caitlin Clark and those who support her,
Yep.
but really just use her to run their agenda.
Right.
Right. She
Platform.
finally addressed the Angel Reese stuff.
Yep.
They're obviously not BFFs, but they respect each other a lot.
Yep.
She acknowledged that she had a privilege that these
Yep.
other athletes don't have, and that's why she has. She shut down the rumors or the thoughts and discussions that these players were going after her to attack her.
Right.
She talked about uplifting black women and how this league was built on these black women athletes. So she finally did the thing that I was waiting for her to do, which is to use her power,
Platform. Yep. Use your
her
platform.
platform
It's there.
to talk about these inequities. Because
Yep.
really the whole league will grow if everyone, if
Right.
Absolutely.
witness, right?
We all got to work together. We
So,
all got to
yeah.
support and lift one another up.
It's a fantastic interview. So definitely read the interview. It has little snippets from Temi Fab Bentley. So
Yeah.
We got to just keep lifting one another up. There's
Yeah.
too much negativity in this world,
Agreed.
and there's too much pushing down that
Yeah.
Why do we all love sports so
Right.
much?
Yep.
There's
Right.
one of the reasons right there.
Yep.
It's been a part of our life since we were since we were just
Oh
little
God, yeah.
things.
Yeah.
And it's always going to be. And even when things look bleak, we said it a month ago, there's always sports.
Always. Always. Breaking news. It's official. Bill Belichick is
Oh, wow.
is the coach at North Carolina.
You heard it here. We started with it.
Yep.
And we haven't even gotten through one
Nope,
quarter.
it literally just popped up. It's official.
I really wasn't paying attention until yesterday because I'm like, no, he's just trying to say to the NFL, look,
Right.
somebody has interest in me.
Right.
And he even said in another interview, I haven't heard from anybody.
Which is crazy.
That
Because
blows
he's
my mind.
a free
Right?
agent.
That
It's not
blows
like
my mind.
he's the coach of another team, so like the Saints or somebody can't talk to him. These teams
It's
that have
crazy to me.
dismissed
And
their
you wonder
players.
why.
Coaches,
Right.
excuse me.
you wonder why.
Right. I go back to, I think the NFL is changing and trying to go younger.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, because who's the oldest coach right now? Do you guys think? I mean, I feel like every time
I
you're
gotta go
looking
through every
you're looking on the
conference.
sideline, it's all these.
It's we're younger.
you know, yeah.
We're younger.
Yep.
God, I look at it and I go, is it Andy Reid?
Andy Reid.
Right,
I
it's
look
gotta be.
in the
He's
NFC.
65.
That's what I thought. Got to be Andy
Yep.
Reid. And that's not old at all.
No.
But that shows you that
Right.
the tide is changing. Definitely changing. Well, there it is.
There it
Bill
is.
Belichick
There
is
it is.
72.
Got any more shout outs?
Nope, that was it.
Okay. I'm going to give a shout out to my friend Ashley Pelkey, who brought it to my attention today. God bless her. she started talking about the PWHL, and I went, I know that's a hockey league, but is the Women's Professional Hockey League. So we talk about the WNBA, which we just did.
Yep.
They are in their second season. 6 teams right now out of Minnesota, New York, Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto, and Boston. And her cousin and local Spalding Crimson Tide legend, Amanda Pelkey, plays for the Boston team. 6 teams and growing. Look it up. Read about the PWHL. Just started. I think they're like 3 games in, and I'm going to start paying better attention as well. And I thank you, Ashley, because we leave work at the same time because she's going to hockey practice and I'm going to basketball practice. So that's kind of fun. That's a neat thing for me. So thank you, Ashley, for bringing that to my attention. Not a shout out, but I was bragging about last week's in-guest superstar, Nick Massetti, and they were opening this Saturday home against Thetford, the Division III champs. That game has now been moved to January 13th. I cleared it with Nick. You got to get it from the source.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, we're going to have to wait on that one. But I am going to start hyping up the Winter Solstice tournament at the Barry Odd, January 3rd and 4th. I think there's 6 teams. I got to get it right, but definitely on January 3rd, Friday night, it's Williamstown, Twinfield.
Yep.
On Saturday, it's Montpelier, Spalding. Go to the Barry Odd. It's
awesome,
a
you
great
guys.
2 days of basketball. CVT Sport will be calling those 2 games, 2 nights as well. Best thing I've heard, you guys. I'm not struggling at all. They just need to get me the damn ball. That sounds like every wide receiver in the NFL.
Yes. Yes.
That is Deebo Samuel.
Yep.
Get me the damn ball. He didn't
Yep.
say damn. I added damn into it. Thank you, Deebo, for saying that. And then Brock Purdy said, I'd give him the ball every single time. But sometimes he's covered, you
Right.
know, and he
Yeah.
draws the attention.
Right.
But that 49er team is in a little bit
It's
of
bad.
disarray,
Yeah.
is what I'm going to call
Yeah.
it. I want to give a shout out before we get any further to this Saturday's college football game. Even though last Saturday was the best day of college football in my entire life. Even though I was at a jamboree in Fairhaven, I got home in time to catch the most important games that night, and we'll talk about it a little bit later. But there's still one game before the bowls start, and that's this Saturday, CBS, 3 p.m., Army-Navy.
Yep.
If you're looking for something to
yeah.
do, turn the TV on to CBS, 3 p.m., and watch that Army-Navy
Yep.
game. So much fun watching Army win last weekend as well to win their conference. Just the traditions alone
Is crazy.
blew
Yeah,
me
it's-
out
yeah.
of the water. So
And if you go on ESPN.com today, they do a great article about the day in the life of a football player at Army and at Navy and like what their schedule is
Yep.
from the moment they
Yep.
wake up to the moment they get back to their rooms. It's beyond impressive. And
beyond impressive.
Beyond.
That's awesome.
So check that article out. It was a great article. Just, you don't think about their
Everyday routine.
routine that
Right.
they're doing.
You do
So-
not. And it was really neat when Army won their conference. Everybody going onto the field. Everybody in camouflage just jumping over and going onto the field. Yet, when the band plays, they all know to
Yep.
stand where they should stand. They're going to sing their fight song. It just, the hair on my arms and my neck, I was just like, I mean, you're mesmerized
Yeah.
by watching them. You're just mesmerized. Just thank you for everything you do for our country. Other things I've heard, I sit back and I try to be focused, but I've found the whole discussion on Kyle Shanahan and some of the stuff rather comical. This is from GM John Lynch as there's talk about possibly trading Kyle Shanahan to the Chicago Bears. And he's like, we've won 4 of the last 5 division championships. We've been in 2 Super Bowls. The standard here is to win championships, and we're trying to do that with this coach. So I thought that was interesting.
That's very interesting.
Wow.
Sean Payton did get traded
He did,
to
yep.
Denver, so I get it. You guys are going to love this one. I'm so freaking proud of you men. That's how you show up. You talk about pressure. We live in pressure. That's where we freaking thrive. You did it again. It doesn't matter who we're playing in front. It doesn't matter what's going on. You always find a way to win. This has been in the making, men. This has been in the making. Repeat it again. We were all supposed to be here together. We're destined for this. Just stay the course. And I get goosebumps because in my head I'm hearing Dan Campbell say this.
Yeah, yeah.
So then the flip side of that huge win last Thursday is defensive tackle Kenny Clark saying from the Green Bay Packers, we're definitely going to be back here and we'll be excited to play them again once we do. Tough loss, but we will be back here. So coming back there would be a playoff game.
Right.
Only.
Yep.
So let the trash talking begin.
Yep.
Trash talking before that game with Matt LaFleur, Coach LaFleur, and some of the fans from the Lions that were on the field for a pregame thing. A lot of trash talking was going on.
Yeah.
It was awful, yet exciting at the same time. I mean, Coach LaFleur's like, I've never seen anything before. Fans on the field for whatever was
Right.
going on pregame and trash talking him.
Yep.
And he's trash talking back, which I would have done the same thing.
Oh,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But what a game.
very
What do
great.
you guys think about Coach Campbell going for it on 4th
I
and
love
1?
it.
That's his thing.
Yeah, I mean, he's always done it.
Can he just get a tattoo that says 4th and 1?
I know.
I mean, come on.
He needs to.
The play before it on
love it.
3rd and 1, Montgomery got stuffed, you guys.
Oh, yeah.
3rd and 1, he got stuffed. So
Yep.
on 4th and 1, he's like, okay. I'm like, holy
Yeah.
fudge.
I mean,
come on, guys.
I like he lives and dies by it. I mean, last
yeah.
year in the playoffs, like he
died
died
by
by
it.
it.
Yeah.
So, I don't think he's going to change who he is, even in the playoffs.
Yep.
Like he trusts his guys, they
He
trust
does.
him.
I was gonna say, I was like, they're right on there. Yeah,
Like-
they're right in it with him.
It's Detroit. It literally sums up Detroit.
Yeah.
It really
In
does.
all aspects of Detroit. If you ask, like I think that guy is the best thing that's happened to Detroit since Barry Sanders in a very long time.
I was asked, because you can set it up in fantasy football, what do you think about drafting a coach? And you get points whether the coach wins. There's certain standards that you would get points.
Oh my
You probably
God.
wouldn't get a lot.
This
but
is like
it
Karen's dream.
It is on the ESPN app. And my response was literally, we're all going to be fighting to get Coach Campbell.
Yep.
Yep.
I said, I know Jody and I are.
Oh yeah, Karen won't.
She said she would fight for Coach Tomlin.
Oh,
Yep.
okay, not Shannon.
I don't know
She's-
what's going
is
on.
she
I don't know
over?
if they broke up.
I think
I'm like,
they might-
you can't leave the guy just because he's struggling.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
I mean,
I feel like they're on a break.
One more thing I heard, not the best thing. The conference, we're going to college football, back to college football. The conference championship could have a big impact both ways for people. So I've talked to other coaches. So I'll just kind of give you the feeling from some other coaches, and that's they don't want to be in it. They would rather be sitting home than taking a chance of getting knocked out of the CFP altogether. I mean, that's really a big risk just to get a bye. And that comes from a wimpy coach. His name is Coach Lane Kiffin of Ole Miss, who would take the wimpy way out.
Oh, 100%.
You as a coach or a player, do you want to play in your conference championship game?
Yes, of course.
Of course.
100%.
Of course.
Shame on him.
Also,
Shame on you.
Jen Esteville says Tomlin is mine.
See, there's the coaches. We're going to fight for them. And I just got to say, those games were so exciting. The only thing I think I would change is the certain conferences get this certain ranking. Mm-hmm. So like, Boise State, Arizona State, getting that first round bye per the conference they're in. Maybe they look at those alignments a little differently, but don't take anything away from Arizona State,
Right.
who no one really knows anything about. They didn't just beat Iowa State, they beat them up.
Yeah.
I mean, 45-19. Nobody knows who I'm going to say his name wrong, but I've watched him for 2 weeks in a row. Skattebo? ran for 170 yards and 2 touchdowns.
What a great
It's the same
name.
thing the week before.
Right.
And this dude looks like he would run through a brick
Yeah.
wall.
He's built like a linebacker.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
And then you look at the later games, Georgia finding a way to win.
Texas gave it to him.
I mean, you lose your quarterback
Texas was terrible.
at halftime. And your backup comes in and takes them right down the field.
Oh, yeah. He was impressive.
Oh, yeah.
They wanted it more than Texas.
Oh, yeah.
They wanted it more, and we talked about that when we were texting one another. All SMU, no, for Alabama, all they wanted was SMU to win.
Yes.
And I think as everybody had SMU winning. The thing that got me in that late game was the fact that Clemson was up 31-17 and blew it.
Yep.
I mean, blew it. And to kick that field goal, what was that field goal, 50, 52?
50, yeah, I think it was 52.
And that was to get them into the CFP. Granted, they're the 12th seed in the CFP, but no one's talking about Clemson.
No.
I love Coach Dabo Swinney, but I'm not talking about them. SMU deserves to be in, and that was the one thing hinging on the whole thing.
Yeah.
After Saturday ended, and I literally was like, and even that Penn State-Oregon game, fabulous.
Great
Penn
game.
State showed me a lot.
Yeah.
Penn State showed me a lot in that game. I woke up going, you can't dismiss SMU. They fought in that game.
Right.
And when I got up, I read 2 predictions. And one had SMU out, Alabama in, and the other one had SMU in, Alabama out. And then I think you texted me immediately. I was holding.
Immediately, as soon as it popped
I
up
don't
on
think I've
my...
had that much anxiety.
Yeah, I was like,
Over college football.
What was the celebration like, guys?
Oh, it was amazing.
Quiet basketball,
It was amazing. It was absolutely
I was
amazing.
just, like, it was...
You effing got it right. You
Yes,
effing got it right
finally.
was what I kept saying.
Like, finally-
You effing got it right.
Alabama didn't get something because they're Alabama. Like,
Exactly.
It's just... I was just... They didn't deserve it.
No, they
Their
did not
losses
deserve it.
were
They
against...
did not.
Terrible.
They had terrible losses.
Yep.
And that came into play. And, like,
100%.
now... Like, the big discussion is, you know, schools are looking to change their schedule, like how they schedule games and who they schedule and when they schedule them. So maybe something will come of that, but Alabama didn't deserve it. They did not deserve to be in there.
Not at all. Matthew McConaughey needs to stop trying to do play-by-play or color. I think that jinxed Texas as well. He was awful to listen to. Sorry. Love the guy. Love the guy. But what a great way to end the season. On Sunday. Those games were outstanding. I think the most entertaining one was Penn State, Oregon, by far. The one that had me on the edge was Clemson, SMU, and Georgia and Texas.
Oh, yeah.
I know
You
it's
know me
painful.
in Texas, yeah. What are your thoughts on, should they have put Archie in?
I don't think so, because I watched enough of him when Quinn Ewers was out, and I just don't think he's ready. I really don't. And at this point of the season, I just don't think it's the right thing to do. I really don't. He played those 2 or 3 games. The first one was against a very weak team, and then he struggled a little bit. So I just think you got to ride it out with Quinn Ewers. You have to. But that's just
I mean,
my
my
personal
only thought about it, I totally agree with you as far as like skill set wise and like experience. My only thought was Archie lights a fire under their ass.
Right.
Like,
Sure.
he brings excitement, he brings energy, and the team follows. Like, when he scored that touchdown 2 weeks ago, like, the team goes nuts when he's in the game. So, so for me, watching this team not have, like, any life, really,
Right.
I'm like, well, what do you got to lose? Like, put in the spark plug
Yeah.
and see what happens.
Yep.
But it's a 50-50 type
It is.
thing.
It
you
really
know?
is. Because
So-
it's Arch Manning.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, the crowd loves it.
Right.
And he will get his chance. But and maybe we'll have to see what Sarkisian does.
Right.
But I think he rides Ewers out.
Oh, I agree.
So Oregon 1, Georgia 2 after that big win. Boise State 3, which I absolutely love Boise State. And Arizona State 4. So they have the first round byes. So starting on December 20th, the first round starts, and it'll be Indiana and Notre Dame. Notre Dame 7, Indiana 10. Also on the 20th, no, I take that back. The rest of them are on the 21st. Number 12, Clemson. Number 5, Texas. That's going to be
It's
a
going
tough
to be a
one.
good game. Yeah.
And that one will be at 4 p.m. The 8 p.m. game on the 21st is number 9, Tennessee, and number 8, Ohio State. And the noon game that day is number 11, SMU, and number 6, Penn State. This is the inaugural season of the CFP carrying
I'm so
12,
excited for this.
but I am excited. It's been great.
Yeah.
I will stop with the college football, but one question. Travis Hunter or Ashton Genty?
I'm still riding Travis Hunter.
Okay.
You got to. I feel like you got to.
Yep.
Cam Ward is the other one that was invited, and I'm missing one. There's 4 that were invited.
Gabriel from Oregon.
Yep. Dylan Gabriel,
Yep.
which he deserves that invite big time.
Yep.
He's pretty smooth in the pocket. He really is. You know, players transfer portal, which the transfer portal opened this past Monday. The last 2 that have transferred to Oregon, Bo Nix and Dylan
Yeah.
Gabriel, and their stock has gone up.
Yeah.
By
Yep.
going to the University of Oregon. Ashton Genty, love him, love watching him play. He is literally, I have it written down, 131 yards away from breaking Barry Sanders'
He'll do it.
season record. You've also got, you were right on with Wisconsin. It's Melvin Gordon, who sits right behind Barry Sanders, and Kevin Smith from UCF, who I unfortunately have forgotten about. But Genty is a lot of fun to
He
watch.
is.
I will give him a lot of credit for carrying that Boise State team as far as he has this year as well. I do also think it will be Travis Hunter, but I think it's going to be a close race between those 2. I really do.
I think it might be the closest one in a long time.
I do think it will go to Travis Hunter as well. But God, it's fun to watch. A lot of fun to watch. We're going to swing over to MLB free agency because I know CB didn't sleep well on Sunday. Was it Sunday? Sunday or Monday? Sunday.
Sunday, I think.
Sunday. I haven't slept in days.
But she texted me at one point and said, come on, Boris, just make the announcement because all of MLB was waiting for Juan Soto
Yep.
to sign, and then the dominoes were going to fall. The winter meetings are obviously this week. I do expect a lot more movement. I
Yeah,
expected more
100%.
today. Definitely tomorrow. I am probably the one Mets fan in this world that as soon as I saw it, I was just like, eh. No,
Yeah.
there was nothing. There was no
Yeah.
emotion.
Yeah.
I wasn't like, ooh, we just got Juan Soto. Somebody at work said to me, oh, Mets are going to the World Series. And I'm like, nope.
Right.
Where's
Right.
the pitching?
Yep.
Where's the pitching? And I think Corbin Burns is a pipe dream for me, and I should have known that because
Now, definitely.
David
Yeah.
Stearns came from Milwaukee, and he's the one that traded him.
Yep.
If you really think about it, so he's not going to bring Corbin Burns into town.
Yep.
So I'm like, okay, that's not going to happen. I thought Nathan Eovaldi would be a good one. He went back to Texas.
The pitchers are going. I expected
Yeah,
the
pitchers are
bats.
going fast.
I expected the bats to be going.
So for any Yankee fans that are licking their wounds, yesterday I text CB right away and I
Yep.
said, Max Fried, love it. You got a lefty now, and you
Yeah.
got
Yep.
the best 1-2 punch, I
Yep.
think, in MLB. Somebody else
Mine.
tell me a better 1-2 punch.
My, because I've been talking to my buddy like constantly, like nonstop for like the last week. But listen to this rotation: Garrett Cole, Max Fried, Carlos Rodon, Louis Heel, and Clark Schmidt.
Love it.
Not a bad 1 through 5.
Absolutely love it.
Not a bad 1 through 5.
Yeah, not at all.
And you can find ways to fill the power spot, the batting average.
Yep.
I know Juan Soto is Juan Soto.
Yep.
And I get that he's only 26 years old. And I absolutely loved watching him and Aaron Judge together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I honestly thought he was going back to the Yankees. There was no hesitation. There was no doubt in my mind. Did it come down to money? Did it come down to that $75 million up front?
Yeah.
Maybe. Because guess what?
Actually-
If I'm 26 and you're going to give me $75 million
I mean,
at
Yankees.
26, I'm going to enjoy
Yankees
life.
offered him 60.
Yeah,
That's my point.
it definitely came down to money.
Ashley
60?
Pelkey's in the house.
Who's in the house?
Ashley.
Ashley, how
says-
are you?
Friends, PWHL. We talked about it like
We talked about it, Ashley.
like first thing.
I gave you a shout out. I gave your cousin a shout out. We talked about the 6 teams. PWHL, read about it. Ashley, we're going to talk about it during this season too. And we're going to try to get Ashley and Amanda both on the show. If not, Ashley, you're coming here and sitting with us.
We're gonna drag you here.
I don't think it would be hard to get her in here.
Oh man,
love that
Ashley,
kid.
please come. I have to see your face. Where were we? Oh yeah. So you hear like these trickling of reasons why Juan Soto didn't go to the Yankees, because he loved playing with Aaron Judge. Right?
Absolutely.
He had one of the best hitting years he's ever had, power wise.
Yep, right.
Yankee Stadium was friggin' made for him.
Yeah.
Right. Ashley says, "Oh my God, twist my arm." Hell yeah, get your ass down here, Pelkey.
Pelkey, who won the scrimmage? The scrimmage is already over. Let us know who won the scrimmage. Go ahead, CB.
But then you hear the Mets gave him a sweet box. A suite.
Oh,
For
yeah,
his
I heard
family.
that too. What'd you
But
do?
Yankees wouldn't budge on it.
Right. Like,
And then this incident of Soto's mom and security or something like that at Yankee Stadium that left a sour taste. He was the highest
now
bidder.
you're just-
right. It was
It was
all
the
about
highest
the
bidder.
money.
Like, dude, you come on, just
His
say it.
contract's
Just say
so
it.
front loaded too.
Right,
It's
it
not
is.
back loaded.
Nope.
It's front loaded,
Right.
and he can opt out.
Well,
when can
as-
he opt out?
After 5.
Five.
Five
yeah.
seasons. He can opt
Yeah.
out. So it'll be 31.
If you're gonna make a contract, make it front loaded. If make
Yeah.
a contract for 15 years, make it front loaded.
Right. I mean,
So
it
he
was,
can opt out.
Yeah. It
But
was
then they're
clearly
also
about
going to
money.
add to that too after 5 years. So it's just the money is just
Yeah,
going to keep piling up.
And then with the bonuses, it can go over 8.
Yes, it can go
Yeah.
over 8. Absolutely.
I mean, that's just, you guys, that's just insane. I love when they break down the numbers.
oh, me too.
So,
Love
like-
numbers. love it.
Basically, Juan Soto will make $4,250,000 per month, $980,000 per week, $139,726 per day. Oh my God. He makes $5,821 per hour and $97 per minute.
That's insane.
It's insane.
It is.
It's insane.
I sit here as a not very happy Met fan, and I'm not kidding. Met fans out there, if you're ecstatic, good for you. That's great, wonderful, but I don't know.
Yeah.
don't know.
It's like, all right. What are the Yankees going to do now? Is
Right,
my thing.
right.
For bats. Like,
I really like
mean,
Christian Walker.
We got to get a couple.
we need Christian
I
Walker.
like Christian Walker
We need
a lot.
lefties.
Yes,
we need
we need
lefties,
lefties
so
bad.
bad.
I like Walker a
We need
lot.
someone to protect Judge.
Yeah, we need to send Judge back to right field.
Yep.
Dominguez
have-
needs to go to center.
You just have to suck it up and put Dominguez in second.
100%.
for center.
Let
He's
the
got to
kid
develop.
play.
Yeah.
He's got to
Let
develop.
him eat, man. Let him eat.
We got to get. Hopefully, we'll get. Yeah. I
You know,
can't.
Max Fried was
Max-
the team I was hearing the most in on him was the Red Sox. So
Yeah.
not only did the Yankees sign him,
Yeah.
but they kept him away from
Right.
Boston.
Have you guys been listening to for Arenado?
Yes, I've been
But
following.
Yankees not on that list.
No.
Which I was hoping that I wouldn't have been mad if Yankees got Arenado. Ashley
would have been
says-
mad if
I
they-
said I wouldn't. I would not have been mad.
Okay, you
if
would
they
not have
got
been.
Arenado. Ashley says we lost 6-1. First half was 5-0, but second half was 1-1.
Nice.
Tightened
nice.
up.
Like
Tightened
it.
up.
It's the jitters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were at a jamboree on Saturday, and the first game, we played 3 games. They looked like they were sleepwalking.
It's a
And-
long bus ride, too.
And yes, long bus ride. And then the best part of it is we lose to Fairhaven by 5.
Which is
We beat
Good.
Thetford. And I know you shouldn't look at the scores, but it's the kids look at that. And West Rutland is just mopping everybody up.
Oh, yeah.
To the point that they're erasing the score at halftime in the West. Whoever
Oh,
won.
yikes.
So we play
Yikes.
them. We're down by like 20. They don't erase the score. We end up losing by like 10.
that's
Really-
great.
That team is so loaded. Oh
They're
my
so
God,
good,
are
yeah.
they loaded? Oh my God. So can I back up a little bit here? Who you guys picking in college football? I looked at CBS and there was a panel of 7. 4 picked Oregon. I'm sorry, a panel of 8. 4 picked Oregon, 1 Georgia, 1 Notre Dame, 1 Ohio State, 1 Texas.
Wow.
I mean, it was parity. I'm going Oregon all the way. And I don't know why, because their defense scares the living daylights out of me. They can get in a shootout, though.
So, for me, if Carson Beck didn't get hurt, I would be going Georgia.
Yep.
Just because I don't know. They're hot right now.
They're hot, and it's this time. It's this time of year for them.
This is their time
They're
of
my
year.
other choice. Yep.
Even with their backup, they're still. I wouldn't be surprised if they made the championship
I mean,
at
he's
all.
a 5-star recruit,
Yeah.
like they all are, right?
But I would say Oregon as well.
Okay.
As of right now,
That's just a fun team.
they
to
are.
watch,
Yeah.
too. CB, you in, or you're like, I don't really.
I got distracted. Karen sent me a really funny picture. I have to put it up.
Never mind.
I'll put it up later.
We got who Wheels and I are going
Yeah.
with. So a lot more to go on in winter meetings this week. A lot more, but don't count the Yankees out at all.
No.
Especially with pitching.
Oh, I saw that. Isn't that
did see
amazing?
It's so accurate.
So accurate.
It's so accurate.
You know, because
You
Bo
guys are
Nix
so-
is 45.
He is. He really is.
So.
But for 45, and Dylan Gabriel's another one. There was another quarterback. I don't know. They've been around for like 6 years.
I'm like,
and
how
I'm
do you
like,
have much
Jesus,
eligibility?
Mary and Joseph, how do you guys keep doing that over and over again? So I'd like to see Christian Walker with the
Yep.
Yankees.
100%.
Anything else you're looking for? I know the Mets need to. I don't think they're going to make a big pitching splash. I really
No.
don't.
Yep.
I think they're riding. Clay Holmes is going into the starting rotation, and well, come on, CB. How come you haven't picked on me about Frankie Montas,
Oh yeah.
the other one the Mets signed
Did they sign?
Yes.
When did that happen?
last week? And I'm like, Charlotte is
was
going
that?
to tear me apart with this one. Last week,
Why?
exactly. You want to know the one pitcher, the only pitcher I want them to resign? Manea.
Oh,
Right.
That should be a no-brainer.
Right?
That should be a no-brainer.
We're bringing Frankie into the house
He
and
should-
Clay Holmes. It was Frankie first, then Clay Holmes.
Yep.
So
Are
you
they
didn't see it,
really-
'cause I'm
are they
like, she's
really-
going to tear me apart.
Are they really making Clay a starter?
Yep. That's the word on the street. Word on the street is that he
When was
will
the last
go
time he
into
was
the
a s-
rotation.
When was the last time that happened?
Moving on
Yep.
to the NFL, which we always spend the last quarter talking about the NFL. I stayed up to watch the entire Monday Night Football game. Did anybody else?
I did.
Almost all of it. I almost
I
made it.
regretted
Okay.
it on Tuesday.
Can I ask if you saw it? Did you not feel just a little bit sorry for the Cowboys?
I didn't. I
Because
loved
the
it.
way that game ended, I was like,
I felt bad
What?
for Micah Parsons.
I felt bad, and I can't pronounce
like
this
in-
guy's
he was like
last
in
name,
tears.
but Amani, the one that touched the football,
Yeah.
I did feel bad for him because he didn't even see the block. He didn't see the block
Oh,
at
no.
all.
Yep.
So he thought he was just
Like,
playing it.
yeah.
Yep.
Yep. And all the players are sticking up for him. They're
Yeah.
like, they even afterwards, they didn't want reporters asking any question. But I'm sitting there watching the game going, did this really happen? Because that would
loved
only
it.
happen to the Cowboys.
100%.
I'm sorry, it would only happen to
100%.
the Cowboys.
Well, and the Giants. Because let's be real about how they lost. So, I mean,
It's just
this 400-pound dude leapfrogs the entire Giants line
that was
and
sick.
blocks the kick.
Right.
That
right.
was sick.
And that was a chip shot too, pretty much.
Right.
That was a chip.
That was
You're right.
sick.
You're right. That
Got to give big man props.
You gotta.
You do.
got
What a
us.
hurdle.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was rooting for them to lose, so I was happy.
Yeah. I mean,
But 2 minutes to go in the game, and the Cowboys, Nick Vigil blocks it.
Yep.
You're literally in Cincinnati territory.
Yep.
You've got the best kicker in the NFL.
Yep.
Aubrey can kick it from the other end zone. I swear to God he
Yep.
can. So at that point, when it gets blocked, you're like, oh my God, just run some
Right.
time off the clock, try to get a first down, and there it is. Amani touches it, and the Bengals recover. And Joe Burrow is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL that should be in the MVP discussion. Just goes right down the field. And does anybody know that Jamar, this guy right here, he wears number 1? What?
Why are you- why?
Does anybody cover this guy? I know his route running is insane too.
Right. But
And he says he's 7-Eleven, always open.
always open.
He is.
Yo,
I think he
he
might
legit-
actually be
he legit.
always open.
Yep.
I mean, what did he he had 180 yards
Yeah.
receiving?
Yeah,
He leads
insane.
the NFL in receiving yards. They have a
for
quarterback that leads the
God's
NFL in
sake.
passing and touchdowns.
Yep.
They have a receiver who leads the league in receiving yards. They have a defensive end who leads the league in sacks.
Yep.
Yet they're 5-8.
Hendrickson.
Makes no
And
sense.
it's just that defense.
Yeah.
That defense just. They just can't. But here's the other thing, and we said this a month ago, and I can't remember what game it was. Why does Joe Burrow not get any calls? There was a point in that game where his head almost got unscrewed from his neck again.
Yes.
Again.
Yep.
Second time this year, and after the first time, he said, I just don't get the calls.
Yep.
Like an Aaron Rodgers gets,
Right.
Pat
like a Tom
Mahomes.
Brady always gets,
Yep.
like
Pat
a Patrick
Mahomes.
Mahomes always gets.
Yep.
Why? This guy is the face of the NFL as well.
Right.
And
Christy.
he should be in the MVP conversation.
Oh, 100%.
He really should be. But anyway, so great game. Great game.
Yep.
The other great game, the LA Rams and the Buffalo
Wow,
Bills.
right?
What a crazy game.
What the hell?
Oh my gosh.
Even in a loss, Josh Allen,
Oh my
He's your MVP.
God.
Oh, yep.
that guy,
6 touchdowns,
6 touchdowns.
Made some money off that game, guys.
right? There you go, CB. There you go. 6 touchdowns.
He's just, I don't even know.
And
And because that's why they needed to go for the touchdown. They went for the touchdown instead of for the field
Right.
goal because he's like, that's not going to do it.
Right.
And I will give the Rams credit. That's the Rams team.
Yes.
Yep.
And they've been injured for
Yep.
a pretty good portion of the season. I spent all day Sunday staying away from
Yep.
the Miami Dolphins score
Yep.
because I don't care about anything as a Dolphin fan but beating the Jets.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when I saw a text from CB, I'm like, oh, she only texts me when it's something good.
Yep.
Because they were losing most of that game.
They,
and
I was
disgusted
so
with them.
pissed that
So I'm
whole
like,
game.
I'll open my phone now because I know CB would only text me if the Dolphins, and she's like, do you see the Dolphins game? I'm like, nope. They won.
Yep.
And Jonnu Smith, I will say this, Jets shut him right down, one of the hottest players,
Yep.
hottest tight end in the game. But for him to stick with it and get that,
Yeah. It was a great
that's it.
comeback.
That's all that matters to
Yep.
me is them, and they have to play the Jets again.
Yeah. Christy says great comeback. Christy's in house.
Thank you, Christy. It was a good comeback. They're still not going anywhere in the playoffs.
No.
No,
Not
but
at
they
all,
beat
but-
the Jets. That's
Right.
all that.
And they
That's
had
all that
play
matters.
them, I think, the last week of the season as well. And as we talk about Jamar Chase and Josh Allen, they're both on Shy's fantasy team.
Oh, my God.
And in our league, she scored like 190 points.
Josh Allen had 58.
Kathy
Oh my
Thurston had a good
gosh.
week, a very good week, but no one's going to touch you when you get 189 or 100.
Yeah,
How many points did Jamar Chase have?
42.
yeah.
Okay.
He's had
Yep.
60 at another
He
point
has,
yeah.
this year as well. But I don't draft quarterbacks early. Shy did with Josh Allen.
Yep.
It's going to make the rest of us rethink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
for sure.
But only
about
for that guy. Yeah, I got to be honest.
But at the end of the game, what about that 3rd and 1 call? And then they
I
had
can see that.
and then they had to use the timeout,
Yeah.
which meant that they had to go for the onside.
Right.
Versus if they
Gotcha.
kept all 3 timeouts.
Yeah, it was
timeouts.
not good play calling with
No.
the clock management at
No.
all. No.
Which
I
is
was
such
so
a crucial
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was so confused by that play. I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Right? So clock management is the most important part
Yep.
of the game. We know that's why what's his name's out in Chicago. It's clock
Right.
management.
Yep.
So I'm watching Arkansas and Michigan in men's basketball last night. Michigan's behind. I think it was foul shots or they got a key rebound. They get the ball with 11 seconds to go, down by 1.
Playing time.
Coach May waits until they get the ball over half court, make a pass or two. I think it was one pass. 3.7 seconds, then he calls the timeout.
Why?
I'm going, and I respect the shit out of this guy, but I'm going, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So guess what happens out of the timeout? One pass, 2 pass. Oh, I'm panicking,
Right, and then you're in panic
chuck
mode.
it up, and,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what the hell?
The play never goes as planned with that time on it.
So as soon as they got the rebound, I'm like, timeout, timeout,
Right,
timeout.
yeah.
11 seconds.
Plenty
You
of
get it
time,
at
so
half
much
court.
time.
Right, I was gonna say, you
make
get it at half court
3-4
anyway.
3-4 passes. And 3.7, they call the timeout. And
Stupid.
Calipari and Arkansas move on. And at that point, Michigan has 1 loss on the season. They're in the top 15, and that happens. Arkansas is unranked. Sorry, I digress, but clock management.
Yep.
Coaches. That is the most important part of your game is clock management. And I digress in a big way, but it was like 11:30 at night. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep at all. We're going to go into the 6-pack of picks. And then we're actually going to go to whiteboard Wednesday because we haven't done that in a few weeks. We had Nick on, so we that was way more important than the whiteboard Wednesday. But looking back at last week, the big winner was Wheels.
Oh,
4.
Let's go, Wheels.
I needed it. I needed a big week.
Nick had 2, CB and I had 3. So it stands, CB still maintaining 54, 53, 50.
Phew, I need to call some upsets here.
We all, and I'm saying this for Mama Wheels, who's probably not listening anymore because she's so mad at us. We all picked the Chargers.
Yep.
But
they should have won.
They should have won.
Thank you.
What won?
What is going on?
Who did Pat Mahomes sell his soul to?
Right?
Because they're the worst looking. What's their
11
record
and
now?
1 team.
11 and 1 team.
Or 12 and 1 or whatever.
Whatever they're at this point. They're the worst looking 12 and 1 team to
Right.
ever be
What
12
is
and
happening?
1.
How many last second like they shouldn't have beat the Raiders. We all know they should not
Nope.
beat the Raiders.
Nope.
No. So not only do they go with the last second field goal again, it hits the upright
and then goes in.
Most of them, well, we'll give it 60-40, but most go that way.
Yep.
Or they go back this way.
Yep.
Not with the Chiefs.
No.
So
Boys,
annoying.
fall right in.
It's so obnoxious.
I have no words for it.
No words?
None.
Yep.
None.
We all picked
some voodoo
the
shit.
Chargers, we all picked Detroit, and we all picked the Bills. But in all 3 of those games were outstanding games.
Yep.
They were,
We
yes.
all picked Cincinnati. This will be the last week I ever pick Atlanta because they are.
Thank you, finally.
Put that on
I'm
record,
done.
guys. Put
I'm
that on
done.
record.
What are your thoughts? Because the big buzz right now is, do you
Penix?
bench Kirk Cousins for
Yeah.
Penix?
They're not going to because of the amount of money that they
Right.
are paying
Yeah.
this man. It's a boatload of money, and Raheem keeps saying, "No,
Yeah,
he's
I
our
know.
guy. He's our guy."
I think
After this season,
he's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got it.
I don't know. Kirk Cousins will probably be playing for the Jets next season. I'm kidding. I'm so kidding. Just so
you heard it
kidding.
here, folks, guys. First guys.
You heard it here first.
And again, for the second week in a row, I got to give Sam Darnold in Minnesota some
Holy
props.
fantasy.
What?
That was a fantasy
game.
explosion
Right?
for that team.
What a game.
Right?
And I had Jordan Addison on the bench.
I was not going to say a word.
42
I like-
points.
Oh, no.
He has done, I kept going back and forth. I switched him that morning. And I had basketball at 2. And when my game was over, I looked and I was like, you have got to be kidding me. I don't
no.
think I would have won either way because McConkey was a late scratch and didn't
Yep.
play.
Don't you hate that?
And I'm like,
God,
solid,
hate
I
that.
have him playing, and that's 0. But still, 42 points, like, okay. This is why
Jordan
fantasy
Addison
is
is
so, like,
cool. And in our fantasy league, just to put you guys on the edge of your seats, there's 2 spots left. This is the final regular season week.
Yep.
And there's like 5 teams just melted together
Nice.
at 7 and 7, 6 and 7.
great.
Nice.
I'll give Coach McCauley and Coach Rogerson, they are in, and I can't believe it, but I am in. So
You have
there's
a great
2
record.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I am surprised. But there's just so many teams that I'm like, thank God this
Could be
doesn't
anyone.
matter to me because I can't wait to watch what happens to everybody
Right.
else. And Jody is playing shy.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Like,
Solid.
whoop boy. Whoop boy. So I have to throw that one out there.
Yeah.
I had to throw that one out there. The other thing, worst thing I saw is Overshawn, the linebacker for the Cowboys, tears his ACL, MCL, PCL. Dude was having a great year. This kid was stepping up after tearing his ACL his rookie season, coming back this year having 5 sacks, 13 pressures, him and Micah Parsons feeding off of one another. So bummed for this kid. Jonathan Brooks is the other one, the running back out of the University of Texas. Panthers took him in round 2, knowing they wouldn't get him coming back from the ACL until halfway through the season. 2/3 of the way through the season, they got him back. Tears his ACL
Oh,
last
my
weekend.
gosh.
Hate seeing
Yeah.
that happen.
That's
Hate
brutal.
seeing that happen.
That's brutal.
So I digress. We're going to let CB go with her 6-pack of picks, and then we're going to do some fun whiteboard Wednesday or wine
right.
Wednesday. Sorry.
We'll start off with the Thursday night game.
Thursday
Rams
games.
at 49ers.
Thursday night games are so fun.
They've been some of
big-
the best games.
Which is shocking because usually they're some of the worst.
Right, exactly.
Now, Wheels, you said weeks ago, 49ers not making the playoffs. So this one's a crucial week. Where are you
Going Rams.
I'm going Rams, too.
Yep.
I'm going Rams.
The Rams
We're
were
all going
super
Rams.
impressive.
I think the Niners are favored though by 2.5.
Is it because they're at home?
Probably.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
But that might be where I'm putting my money though.
And I will say this, Puka Nakua, he's healthy.
Oh, God.
my
What a
gosh.
beast.
What
a beast.
God, is he a beast?
He's unstoppable.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
unstoppable.
he is just a freak of nature. All right, we're all going LA Rams.
Second one, Bucks at Chargers.
Holy moly. You want to know what killed my fantasy team? Bucky Irving has been saving my butt the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I played him, like you with McConkey.
Yep.
And I'm like, what if, because he has the back issues, hip issues, and I go,
Yeah.
what if he doesn't make it through the game? Oh, well.
Yeah.
Didn't
And then
make
he's
it
out.
through the
Yep.
game.
Yeah.
He's
I
out.
think I got 2.8 from him.
Oh no.
But that Bucks team, man, playing their best
Yeah.
football.
What? They're so fun to watch.
That one.
What are you guys
Yeah,
going?
I'm going LAC. Going Chargers.
I'm going Chargers.
Oh, I feel like I should go against you guys because I need it bad.
It's hard to go against Baker, too.
It is. I mean, I'm not starting them in fantasy because,
No, how can you?
you know, Joe Cool's
Joe
killing
Cool.
me. Killing
Batmobile.
it to help me. I got to go with the Chargers, though. I got to.
We are believers in
We are.
Fireball.
Yep, I am.
All right.
Next one, big game for both of these teams.
Yes.
Colts at Broncos.
I'm going Broncos.
Same.
Same.
Damn it, guys.
I can't go. I want to pick Anthony Richardson. I want to believe, but I can't. I just can't.
All right, this might split us up finally. Steelers at Eagles.
Well, you know I'm going Steelers because I
Same.
always do. Uh-oh.
All right.
There's something
all right,
going on
I'm gonna,
internally with the Eagles.
I'm gonna go
There's
Eagles. I'm gonna go
something
Eagles.
going on with A.J. Brown
Yeah,
and Jalen
yeah,
Hurts.
they're
There
not
is.
friends right now.
They're not.
Lot
But
of talk.
I'm backing my man Barkley because he's on fire right
Yeah,
now.
he is.
You picked the Eagles the week before when we went Ravens, and you got it there. Mm-hmm. Oh, these
These
this
last
next one.
yeah. Bills at Lions, guys.
Ugh, it's going to be a shootout.
I'm going to be putting money on this game, guys. I'm saying it right now.
I'm
putting
going
money
Bills.
on games.
I'm going Bills, and I never go against the Lions.
I'm going Bills.
I'm going Lions then.
Okay.
Because literally the podcast team is the Detroit Lions. We all are
yeah.
such
Oh, God.
big. But I'm just
Me
going
too.
to go with...
but Josh, the way Josh.
It's hard to go against Josh Allen. It really
Right now.
is. But the Lions' offense, man, is just, they're just
Yeah.
the
incredible.
only thing that worries me with the Lions is their defense.
Yes.
Yep.
That's
Agreed.
the only
I mean,
thing.
neither of their defenses
No.
are great.
No.
Right.
They
but
are
like
not.
Coach Campbell keeps saying, we find a way, we find
Yep.
a way.
Yep.
But what, one loss on the season? Are they one
Yeah,
loss? as
one
well?
loss. Yep.
Yeah, I can't see the Bills losing 2 weeks in a row. And I
That's the
like
other
this
thing.
last one
Yeah.
too, CB.
Packers at Seahawks, guys.
What, the Seahawks are a team no one's talking about.
Nobody.
No.
Nobody.
Gino's doing his thing.
Right?
And they got like a 2-game lead, I think, in the West.
Yep.
I mean, Arizona had it like 4 weeks ago, and they just don't know how to show up
No,
anymore.
they don't.
And we got to give Coach McDonald, is
Mm-hmm.
Mike McDonald's first year with the Seahawks. Love the Packers. I get, you know how I say shaky when you think of Kyler Murray? Shaky with Jordan Love, too.
Yes.
Yes.
Agreed.
You just don't know what you're
100%.
going to
Yeah.
get.
100%.
Love the kid.
Yeah.
Yep.
Talent oozing out his pores, but
Those decisions sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh,
He plays a lot like young Brett Favre.
and poor Annie Agar, man, that girl's just not gonna.
Yo.
She's gonna be drinking a bottle of wine before every Packer game just to
Right?
get through them. I mean, I love it when it's Detroit and the Packers. 'Cause
Yes, her brother. Yeah.
he called the score for that game. He predicted the score for that game.
Oh my, he's freaking awesome.
Spot on.
I'm gonna go with Seattle because I've ignored them all year, which means
Yep.
Right.
you guys should go with the Packers.
I was gonna go with Packers.
I am as well.
Damn, now I'm gonna lose ground. All right. So, a little whiteboard Wednesday. Board there, CB, you got your board, and I'm gonna ask some questions here because we didn't do it last week.
I still can't get over how wonderful Nick was.
Oh my God, amazing
Like,
kid.
what an amazing young man.
Amazing kid.
My this woman who's been helping train me, she has 2 daughters on the varsity Twinfield team.
Yep.
And she, since their rivals, she was like, "Hey, I heard a lot about your podcast. Haven't gotten to watch it, but a lot of people are talking about it." So, yeah, he's just.
It was awesome.
He's
Just
amazing.
such a well-spoken young man.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
giving credit where credit is due,
Yep.
and understanding that if it wasn't for other people, like, he
Right.
would be where he is.
Yep.
Like, you don't have.
Yeah. Confident but not cocky.
Right.
Exactly.
Well said.
Yep.
Well said. Confident but not cocky. And that's why I just wanted to see them play so bad on Saturday.
I was gonna go, but
Opening week is coming, though. It is right around the corner. This is the one I swear to God I ask all the time. Who is your MVP after this past week 14?
Oh, jeez.
Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Saquon, or Lamar Jackson?
Oh my
You didn't
gosh.
even wait for me to
Nope.
say that.
not at all.
I know who you're picking.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think she's going to take him in fantasy in first round.
He's gonna be my first pick.
I think I have that down here too.
God.
I do. Oh, that's funny that you say that. All right, you good, CB? All right. You cannot pick the Liberty, the Aces, or the Fever.
I'm done. I don't want to answer the question.
But if you could get tickets to see one team in the WNBA, who is it? But you can't pick those 3.
Well, now. That's just mean.
Well, I had to take the Fever away from you, the Aces away from CB, and, well, I just had to take the Liberty. I don't know why.
I'm in between 2.
I am between 2. Also, it depends on someone retiring or not.
Ah, yes. That's what I said on
Yeah.
my walking the dogs last
Yeah.
night. You and I, same.
Yep.
All right. With the first pick in fantasy football, who would you take? And I've got a handful here. Josh Allen, first pick.
Right.
Not first round, first pick. Saquon. I said Josh. Saquon, Jamar, Bijan, or CD? Josh Allen, Saquon, Jamar, CD, or Bijan? And Jen Esteville, kudos to you who had the number 1 pick and going out on a limb with Bijan, who has averaged 21 points a week.
Yeah.
He's had a nice season. All right, these are literally head-to-head matchups, okay? Passing yards, Tua or CJ Stroud?
Oh, damn. Christy says Allen versus Burrow all day. For the. I guess what was the question? Oh my gosh.
Passing yards,
Oh, okay. Yep. I
Tua
got it.
or CJ Stroud?
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Rushing TD, these are head-to-head. Cook or David Montgomery?
Oh. Jen says Bijan is the only one who shows up.
Cook or Montgomery for rushing TDs only.
Okay.
Passing TDs, Jalen Hurts or Russell Wilson?
Ooh.
Ooh, passing.
Passing.
Oh. I'll go with it because I just don't.
Favorite thing about the holidays, food-wise? One thing.
Oh my God.
Food-wise. I mean, as we all keep eating more calories than...
It's bulking season.
And I got to tell you guys, gosh, do I miss my mom's cooking. I miss her every day, and now I'm like, Mom.
There's nothing.
Right?
There's
Yes,
nothing.
and,
There's nothing like mom's cooking.
Tom made 4 meat pies all by himself last week.
Meat pies are so good.
Scratch.
Wow.
God, was my mom smiling down on him. And last, favorite holiday movie?
Oh,
Christmas Story, Christmas Vacation, any Scrooge movie, or something else? Mine used to be Christmas Story, but I just have it all memorized now that I can't do it anymore.
Yeah. It's always
Christmas
on.
Vacation is my sister and I. We do like
That's
that.
my dad's favorite one.
So you're like, I want no part of that.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, though. The squirrel part, the squirrel scene's the best part. Squirrel. Ashley
my
Pelkey might have done you'd be proud of her, CB. She might have done a squirrel one today. Squirrel. We're getting off topic here. Squirrel.
Oh, I miss that girl.
We're doing a decorate your desk, decorate the pod competition at work, CB.
Ooh, let me know how, like, take
Yep.
pictures.
And there's trash talking
Oh,
going
I
on.
don't
I think Pelkey's the one that started the trash talking, but I'm not sure. Really not sure.
Oh, that's so hard.
Christmas one's hard.
Still
And
trying
if
to
you
think.
don't have an answer, my God, that's Safford's right there.
Yeah.
Good? Okay, MVP.
Oh, that's a good one, Christy.
See, Christy's helping you. MVP, who you got? Well,
Josh Allen.
who you got?
I was thinking I was gonna go. I mean, if we want to be realistic, it's gonna be Allen's gonna. Allen
can
is up
say
there.
Saquon.
But I went with Barkley
Yeah,
because
all right, all right.
that's my boy.
You know I keep.
You're
track
not giving
of
up on your
things.
boy.
I'm not giving up,
Even
on
though
my-
he went to the
it-
rival.
No, I'm not because I love seeing him do
Yes,
this
agreed.
amazing. He's put in the
He
work.
deserves it.
He's a good guy.
What WNBA team do you want to see most taking away the top three? See, I put the Fever in the top three.
I mean, I thought that was rude.
Those were my two.
If Diana Taurasi plays another season,
Yep.
I would love to see the Mercury because she's the
too.
GOAT, and I
Yeah.
would love to see her play. But no other team excites me except the Valkyrie because I want to see Kate Martin.
Ditto.
I said Lynx and then Valkyries in parentheses.
Good job saying the Lynx, because
I mean, they're exciting too. The
Yeah.
Lynx are really
That's
fun to
the
watch.
other team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's like the Seahawks. They're the team we don't talk about
Yeah.
enough. You know?
Yeah.
First pick in fantasy football. Josh Allen, Saquon, Jamar, CD, or Bijan. What say you?
I know you think I'm going to say Josh Allen, but I still
talking the
cannot.
first pick.
I still cannot take a quarterback first pick.
First pick.
I just can't.
We're not talking first round. We're talking first overall.
I would go with Jamar Chase.
Yep.
I went Barkley.
You're
Still
Barkley?
with my boy.
And don't you think it's funny that in ours, Jamar Chase was the last
pick
pick
in
of
the
the first round?
Yep.
And
Yeah.
Saquon was the fifth pick in the second round.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I passed on him twice.
He's been averaging like over.
Samesies.
What is
Don't
he?
ask me how I've
I think
had success.
he's averaging over 100 yards a game,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick.
But it's tough with him because Jalen Hurts
Right,
push
exactly.
pushes so much for touchdowns, so it takes away from Barkley. So that's
The
tough.
bounce back next year will be CeeDee Lamb if Who's a Meduzi's healthy.
Dak.
Oh wait, hold on. Wait, Christy put some. Oh, the next question she has.
Okay. Passing yards this weekend. Who passes for more, Tua or CJ?
I put Tua.
I put CJ. Christy went Tua.
Tua? You picked Tua, Wheels? And CB took CJ. Rushing touchdown, James Cook or David Montgomery?
I put Montgomery.
Montgomery.
All right. Both going with Monty. Passing TDs, Wilson or Hurts?
I put Wilson.
I put Wilson just because it's passing.
right.
Right.
Christy put Jalen.
Okay.
I mean, I just think it's going to be Russell. I think Jalen.
Yeah.
Russell
They
Wilson's
rely on
playing well.
Barkley to score when they're
Or he just pushes. He just
right, or they
rushes it.
push, or
They rush
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Wilson's playing well.
He is.
He is.
Even when he doesn't put up big stats, he understands the game and what's happening within the game, and he doesn't force it. Favorite holiday food, or what excites you the most about Christmas? Mine would have been meat pies that my mom made.
I do
And now that
love.
Tom
I do
makes.
love meat pies.
I just put cookies.
Yeah, I'm the cookie monster. Like
I
I
love
freaking love
cookies.
cookies. My favorite cookies ever are frosted sugar cookies.
Yep,
Like
same
I
here.
just
Same here.
They're basic, but goddamn, they're good.
They're good.
They're so good.
I'll do like a 48-hour like cookie like fever dream and bake like over 200 cookies.
Wow.
Like 8 different types of cookies.
Yeah,
In
I
like
just-
2 days, bake and decorate, and it's just But now once my
So
mom
is
used to do
cookies
it.
your favorite part? too?
Yeah,
Yep.
my mom used to do them, and then I started doing them with my mom, and then after she passed, like I had to be the one.
Right.
Yep.
And now everyone always expects me to do the cookies, so I do the cookies. But it's like, 4 or 5 pounds of butter.
Right.
Like I'm smelling like butter, sugar, and vanilla
days.
for days.
Yep.
The
Oh,
amount of
cookies are so
cooking
good.
my mom and Tom did around the holidays, absolutely amazing. I will have to get you guys a piece of the meat pie.
Yes,
too.
I would love it.
Give it
100%.
a try.
Yes.
100%.
What did I? There was a whole bunch of cookies today at work, and one was like it's like a peanut butter ball, and there's melted chocolate over it, and it was just this big. And I'm like, okay, I can do that. That thing was loaded. The peanut butter in that, it just sat in my belly for like an hour. But I was like, oh, that was so freaking good, though.
Yep. Anything peanut butter and chocolate.
Right.
The
it's
best.
the best
Sammy
combination.
Drake we have our holiday party, our office party is Friday, so she test run what she was going to make. And she made like peanut butter chocolate bars, and she brought in today oh my freaking God. Literally, they were staring me in the face all day. So I'd go over and I'd have a little,
Yep.
and then I'd do a little work, and then I'm like, okay, and I'm like, these need to get out of here. Like,
I did
this
that
is
with
just,
the Chex Mix.
oh yes, yeah.
So Karen had made my mom's recipe, but then I think it's called the reindeer mix, where you pour the chocolate over and the powder,
Yeah.
and it's
So good.
cooling in the fridge, and it's on a cookie sheet. I'm just grabbing it, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You can't. It's
No.
like you got to get it out of the
Yeah.
house."
Yep.
All right, holiday movie. I had mentioned any Scrooge type of movie because I tend to watch.
You got to watch Scrooge at least one of the versions of Scrooge. You got to
That's how I
watch
feel
it at
about the
least
Grinch.
once.
You got to watch
Right.
one of those.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I should have had the Grinch in there. Have you guys ever watched Scrooge though with Bill Murray, the comedy?
No.
No,
You got to watch it.
is that the Muppet version?
No, but you got to watch it. All right, so I said Christmas Story, Christmas Vacation, a Scrooge movie, a Grinch one is good, or any others. Which movie do you have to watch this time of year?
So Christy had a couple good ones. She said Home Alone,
Good
which
one,
is
good one,
another
Christy.
really good one, and she said Muppet Christmas Carol,
Oh, that's hilarious.
Aquarian thing.
Christy, I can see you singing right along with them. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
I love the Polar Express too.
Oh,
yeah,
good
good
one.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good one.
I
like
think
that one.
That's one I try to watch every year. And yours.
And I chose Elf.
oh yeah, Elf is
So,
another.
Last
yeah.
year was the first time watching Elf, and I'm like, because I'm not a big Will Ferrell fan.
I don't like Will
But-
I
Ferrell.
don't either, but he's
In
good
that
in a couple
movie?
movies.
In that movie, it works.
Yeah.
Now I can't. I think it's Santa Claus. Santa
With Tim
Claus?
Allen.
Oh,
Yep.
yep.
The Santa
But
Claus.
then there's
That's another
one
classic
with
one.
Goldie Hawn and why can't I come up with his name? Kurt Russell. Look it up on Netflix. There's 2 of them now. Look those 2 up on Netflix. And I thought it was called Santa. But it's got Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn. You will not regret it. I guarantee you, you will not regret it.
Christy's-
The heck with Christmas Story and
Right?
Christmas Vacation.
Christy says, "You bet your ass I'm singing along."
Absolutely. Oh my God, that was fun. I've missed Whiteboard Wednesday.
Me too.
Right?
That was
I
fun.
do enjoy Whiteboard Wednesday.
So just a little into overtime. We went this week. We will be back next Wednesday on the 18th. And we'll announce that night what we're
White
going to do
Christmas,
through
that's
the
another
holidays.
good one.
We will definitely take the week of Christmas off.
Yes.
We all have things to do on that week. I think I'm actually going to travel to Connecticut. I am traveling to
at you.
Connecticut.
Good for
you.
See my sister. Brother's coming up.
No, he's doing Christmas in Ireland. So
Ireland.
yeah,
Wow.
because his in-laws
Nice.
live in Ireland, so he'll be
nice.
going to Ireland. My older brother is with us for the winter,
Awesome.
but I'll be seeing my brother and sister-in-law in January.
Awesome.
Nice.
I can't wait to see what Sophie's dressed up as. Come on,
Oh,
there's
I
always
know.
something.
Yep, yep.
I
I have to
can't
get, I
wait
have to
for
get
that.
that clothes out.
Going
Yeah.
down to see Mom and Dad.
Going down to see
Love it.
Mom and
Love
Pop
it.
Wheels. Yep.
Love it. But we will be back next Wednesday, same bat time, 5:30. Week 15. I just can't believe it's
Wow.
week 15.
Wild.
You have to tune in to see if Wheels makes the fantasy playoffs.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
that's gonna be big.
There's 4 or 5 teams. They're just all smushed in there together. Have a great
Claus
rest
is
of the
good
week.
too.
Be safe with this weather out there and enjoy the weekend. guys, it's all sports every day. Have a great weekend, you guys.